Hey, it's me, Coach T of Royalty Fitness, just dropping in to give you some tips that I ran across. I have practiced this with my clients before. I just want to give you 10 quick tips that I think that you should practice every day to stay healthy. Nothing too much, nothing you have to think about too long, or a lot of time, work, or effort to incorporate. Just 10 quick daily tips that you can incorporate to stay healthy. So, tip number one is to stay hydrated. Staying hydrated is so important. Whether you work out or not, you want to make sure that your hydration level is there because our body does not give us a different signal between hydration and hunger. And sometimes we're actually thirsty and we're not hungry. So I always advise clients 20 minutes before a meal to drink water, wait about 20 minutes and see if you still have those same pains in your stomach. That's probably real hunger and not just thirst. So stay hydrated is number one. Number two is to move daily, whatever that is to you, whether you work out a lot, whether you have a regimen that you're following, whether you have an exercise plan, you just want to move daily. It could be anything as small as just walking in the neighborhood, or it could be your regular program where you're going to the gym, you're riding your bike, you're jogging, you're doing gardening. Just get that body moving on a daily basis. Number three is to meditate. I meditate daily when I'm doing my prayers first thing in the morning. I take that time to just clear my head, just to refocus and reset, just to dial in with yourself. So try some meditation. And I also, like at the end of my yoga programs that I take, I have at least another 5 minutes of meditation that I can do during the day. So find that time, find what works for you, and find some meditation. Take some time for yourself. Number four is quality sleep, not broken sleep, not when you think you're sleeping because you're still in the bed and your rest is broken. You want to get some quality sleep. Quality sleep helps you to curb that ghrelin hormone that rages and that makes you hungry. So you want to make sure that you're getting some good quality sleep. Number five is you want to limit your alcohol intake. Not saying that you can never have your wine or whatever you drink, but you just want to limit it and not try to have it on a daily basis. Alcohol has a lot of calories, and alcohol can have a tendency also to dehydrate us. So you want to make sure that you're watching that intake. Number six is to eat less salt and sugar. The SS is what I call them, the double S's. So you want to limit your salt intake, of course, because if you're suffering with high blood pressure or not, you always want to limit your salt intake, how much you're putting on, because remember how much you're putting on your food, because remember, a lot of foods are already packaged in salt that's hidden. A lot of salts are hidden because they have to preserve the life of the food. Whether it is processed food or not, just watch your salt intake that you're actually putting in with your own hand at the table. The same goes for sugar. A lot of our foods have a lot of sugars, a lot of hidden sugars, and you want to definitely watch your intake of it on what you're putting into your body free-handed, because so many hidden sugars are in our foods. That leads us into the next step we're going to talk about is eating more protein and fiber. Protein and fiber, eating more protein is going to help you to feel full longer, and you definitely need fiber. That's going to help you to feel full. Also, you want to stay away from a lot of high carbohydrate foods. You want to go with more protein, especially for women that are trying to build more muscle in the gym. Make sure you're having more protein, less high calorie carbs, and definitely intake with your fiber. We want to go to number 8 is limit your processed foods. You want to limit the foods that you're pulling off the shelf that you have to process quickly, microwave, also a lot of snacks and chips and things like that. You definitely want to have a limit on how much you're taking in a day in your processed foods. Be aware of it. Make sure that you try to cook a lot of your own foods and try to stay away from those quick processed foods. Number 9 is you want to practice portion control. We don't want to overfill our plates. You know, when we grew up, it was a sin to throw away food. and our parents would give us a lot of food to eat, and we would sit there and we would make ourselves eat it. Although you were past full, you still knew that you could not throw away any food, so we would self-sabotage ourselves and we would overeat. And as we've gotten older, a lot of us are in those same patterns that we had as younger children, still overeating with large plates of food before us. So we need to be careful of that. We don't need to have all of that food. Have practice portion control and stop overeating. And the last one on there that I always like to tell my clients is try to eat as close to the earth as possible. That's a game changer, guys. And of course, you know, the processed food was on a list, higher up on the list, but you want to make sure that you eat close to the earth. I always say if you can't pull it from the ground, pick it from a bush, or pull it from a tree, be very careful. You want to try to eat as close to the earth as possible. That way you have more control over what's going on in your body. That way you can limit the salt intake, you can limit the sugar intake, and you also are eliminating the processed foods. Try to eat close to the earth, preparing your own meals, watching your portion control, staying hydrated, get quality sleep, limit your salt and sugar, and move daily. Stay hydrated. Those are the top 10 tips that I have for you that can help you to stay healthy, that you can do daily, that's not going to take a lot of time or effort. So I hope you enjoyed those tips, and I'll see you on the next video, and have a great evening. Bye-bye.